In the 30 seconds before you walk out the door, you are either telling your cat's nervous system that the home is safe, or you are accidentally turning an ordinary departure into a stress signal that can stay in their body for hours. Most cat owners never notice it, because cats don't always panic loudly. They don't always bark, scratch at the door, or make their stress obvious. Sometimes they simply freeze. Sometimes they hide. Sometimes they overgroom later. Sometimes they sleep in a way that looks calm, but their nervous system is still alert. This video will show you exactly what to do before you leave your cat alone. Welcome to Feline Mind. Subscribe now. What we cover here changes the way you understand your cat. Today, we're going through 5 science-backed steps you can do in under 2 minutes before you leave your cat alone that can completely change how your cat experiences your absence. And don't skip to number 5. It is the most overlooked, the easiest to fix, and for many cats, it makes the biggest difference. Because it controls the one thing cats depend on more than most owners realize: predictability. But first, you need to understand what is actually happening in your cat's brain during those final moments before you leave. Because once you understand it, you will never treat leaving the house the same way again. Your cat's nervous system is not processing your departure the way you think it is. Your cat is not thinking, "My human is going to work. They will come back later." That is not how the feline brain works. What your cat's nervous system is doing is running an old, fast survival program that is constantly asking one question: is my environment safe, stable, and predictable? Or has something changed? And to a cat, change matters. Your movement matters. Your pace matters. Your shoes matter. Your keys matter. The shift in your attention matters. The sound of your bag, your jacket, your footsteps, your voice, the door, the silence afterward, all of it becomes information. And the problem is that most owners, right before leaving, become different. They move faster. They become distracted. They stop being emotionally available. They check their phone. They rush through the room. They grab objects in a specific order. And then, because they feel guilty, they suddenly become overly affectionate. They bend down. They use a higher voice. They say goodbye with emotion. They touch their cat in a way that is more intense than usual. And the cat's nervous system receives all of that and produces one answer: something is changing. Something is about to happen. I need to monitor this. Then the door closes. The human disappears. The house becomes quiet. And the cat is left with that alert state and no explanation for it. That is where many stress behaviors begin. Not because your cat is dramatic. Not because your cat is too attached. Not because your cat is being difficult. But because their nervous system was handed uncertainty and then left alone with it. For some cats, that uncertainty becomes hiding. For others, it becomes pacing. For others, it becomes excessive grooming, inappropriate scratching, vocalizing, refusing food, or sitting near the door for long periods. And for many cats, it stays invisible. They look calm, but inside their nervous system is still watching, listening, waiting, and scanning. The good news is that the same sensitivity that makes your cat react to your departure can also be used to make your departure feel safe. Cats are extremely good at reading patterns, which means you can use those final 2 minutes to send a completely different message, a message their nervous system can understand. Nothing strange is happening. The home is stable. My human leaves, and my human returns. Rest is safe right now. Here's how you do it. Step number 1, the quiet recognition ritual. In the minutes before leaving, most cat owners make one of 2 mistakes. They either ignore their cat completely because they think attention will make the goodbye harder, or they suddenly give too much affection, too much voice, too much emotional intensity. Both can create alertness. What your cat needs before separation is not a dramatic goodbye, and it is not emotional avoidance. What your cat needs is quiet recognition, a calm, familiar signal that says, "I see you. Everything is normal. Nothing about this moment is dangerous." Cats are not pack animals in the same way dogs are, but they are deeply sensitive to social signals from trusted humans. They notice your face. They notice your body tension. They notice whether your attention is calm or chaotic. And one of the most powerful feline signals of safety is the slow blink. A slow blink is not just cute behavior. In cat communication, it is a low-threat social signal. It says, "I am relaxed. I am not challenging you. This space is safe." What to do before you leave? Move near your cat without rushing. Do not approach with big energy. Do not scoop them up. Do not force contact. Simply come into their space calmly. Let your face soften. Relax your shoulders. Look at your cat gently. Then slowly close your eyes for a moment and open them again. One slow blink, maybe two, then look away calmly. That last part matters. Looking away tells your cat that nothing urgent is happening. No pressure, no demand, no emotional hook. Just calm recognition. Your cat may blink back, they may look away, they may stay still, they may continue watching you. All of those are fine. The point is not to create a performance. The point is to create a predictable, low arousal moment before you go. Have you ever noticed your cat watching you before you even pick up your keys? They may sit in the hallway. They may follow from room to room. They may stare from the sofa with that quiet, intense focus. That is not random. Your cat has already learned your pre-departure pattern. They know the difference between you walking to the kitchen and you walking like you are about to leave. They notice the shift before the obvious cues begin. That is why the calm has to be real. Not fake calm, not rushed calm, not I am late but pretending to be peaceful calm. Real calm. Because your cat will read the difference. Step number 2, create body level safety. Your cat does not only experience stress in the mind, they experience it in the body. Tension can show up through the shoulders, the back, the base of the tail, the jaw, the paws, and even the way they hold their body while lying down. And here's the important connection. A tense body keeps the nervous system alert. When your cat's muscles are ready to react, the brain keeps scanning. And when the brain keeps scanning, the body stays ready. The loop continues. Most owners try to comfort their cat with quick petting, fast strokes down the back, a few pats on the head, a rushed scratch before leaving. But fast touch can stimulate a cat more than it calms them. For many cats, especially sensitive cats, quick touch increases arousal. It adds energy to the system right before the owner disappears. That is the opposite of what you want. What works better is slow, predictable, consent-based contact. Not every cat likes being touched before you leave, so this step must be done on your cat's terms. The best calming zones for many cats are the cheeks, the area behind the ears, under the chin, and sometimes the shoulders. These are areas connected to social scent glands and familiar bonding behavior. But the rule is simple. Touch only where your cat already likes being touched. And stop before they ask you to stop. What to do? Spend 20 to 40 seconds giving slow, gentle contact. Stroke the cheek. Scratch softly under the chin. Use slow pressure behind the ears. Or gently stroke the shoulder area if your cat enjoys that. Keep your movements slow. Keep your hand relaxed. Do not chase your cat if they move away. Do not pick them up unless they clearly enjoy being held. Do not turn it into an emotional goodbye. The goal is not affection overload. The goal is body-level safety. You are telling your cat, your body can soften. Your space is stable. Nothing needs to be prepared for. If your cat leans in, continue for a few seconds. If they turn away, stop. That stopping is part of the safety signal. Because cats feel safest when they have control over distance. A cat who can choose contact is calmer than a cat who is trapped inside it. At this point, you have done two important things. You have given your cat a calm social signal through the quiet recognition ritual. And you have helped their body receive a low arousal message through slow, familiar touch. Those two steps shift the baseline. They change the state your cat is in before the door ever closes. Step number 3, the boring exit. This is the step where most owners accidentally undo everything, the exit itself. Cats are pattern readers. They do not need a dramatic event to become alert. A small emotional contrast is enough. If the house is normal, and then suddenly you become emotional, intense, affectionate, rushed, or guilty, your cat registers that contrast. Then you disappear, and the contrast becomes part of the pattern. Over time, your cat learns, when my human becomes emotionally different, they leave. That is why dramatic goodbyes are so confusing for cats. The long voice, the last hug, the repeated goodbye, the extra kisses, the turning back at the door, the I'll be back soon, don't be sad. It feels loving to the human, but to the cat's nervous system, it can feel like This moment is important. Something unusual is happening. I should pay attention. The boring exit is not cold. It is not ignoring your cat. It is not being less loving. It is giving your cat exactly what their nervous system needs: normality. What to do? Make your last 2 minutes at home deliberately ordinary. Move at a natural pace. Do not rush. Do not suddenly become overly sweet. Do not change your voice into a high, emotional tone. Use one calm phrase every time. Something simple like, back soon, or see you later, or be right back. Say it once. Low voice. Neutral tone. Same phrase every time. Then leave. No lingering. No reopening the door. No looking back repeatedly. No returning for one more pet. The threshold matters. For many cats, the doorway becomes the emotional peak of the routine. So make the doorway boring. Your cat does not need a farewell ceremony. Your cat needs the message, this happens. It is normal. Nothing in the environment is unsafe, and I always come back. You might feel guilty because the exit feels too simple. But that guilt belongs to the human side of the relationship. Your cat does not need your guilt. Your cat needs your consistency. Step number 4, the scent anchor. This is one of the most powerful tools for cats, and most owners completely underestimate it. Cats live in a scent-based world. Your home is not just furniture, walls, and rooms to your cat. It is a map of smells. Their scent, your scent, the scent of familiar objects, the scent of safe resting areas, the scent of routine. Scent tells your cat where they belong. It tells them what is familiar. It tells them whether the environment has changed. And your scent is one of the strongest social signals in that environment. To your cat, your scent is not just nice. It is information. It says, my human is part of this space. This place is familiar. This territory is still connected to my social world. That is why cats rub against you. That is why they sleep on your clothes. That is why they sit on your chair, your bed, your hoodie, your laundry pile. They are not being random. They are anchoring themselves in familiar scent. So before you leave, you can use this intentionally. What to do? Place a recently worn, unwashed piece of clothing in a place where your cat already feels safe. A t-shirt, a hoodie, a soft sweater, something that smells like you. Not something covered in perfume. Not something freshly washed. Not something with a strong detergent smell. Your real, recent scent. Put it near their favorite sleeping spot, on the chair they like, near their cat bed, on the blanket they already use. Do not put it in a place they avoid. Do not force them onto it. Just leave it there. Let them choose it. For many cats, this becomes a scent anchor, a stable reminder that the social environment has not disappeared completely. Your body is gone, but your scent remains. And scent can reduce uncertainty. It gives the nervous system something familiar to return to. This is especially helpful for sensitive cats, rescue cats, newly adopted cats, cats in multi-cat homes, and cats who become clingy or restless when you prepare to leave. You are not leaving behind a toy. You are leaving behind continuity, a chemical message that says, this is still our space. Nothing has been removed. You are safe here. Step number 5, control the sound environment. This is the most overlooked step, and for many cats, it is the one that changes everything. Most owners think silence is peaceful, but for many cats, silence is not peace. Silence can make the environment too sharp. Every small sound becomes important. A neighbor walking upstairs, a car door outside, a pipe in the wall, wind near the window, a delivery in the hallway, a sudden dog bark. When the home is completely quiet, those sounds stand out. And because your cat is alone, there is no social reference point, no human body language to check, no calm presence to confirm that sound does not matter. So your cat's nervous system has to decide on its own, and often it chooses vigilance. Some owners try to solve this by leaving the television on. But television is unpredictable. One moment it is soft conversation, the next moment there is a commercial, then dramatic music, then shouting, then sudden laughter, then sharp sound effects, then silence, then another spike. Your cat's nervous system cannot settle into that. It keeps being interrupted. What helps is not random sound. What helps is predictable sound. Soft, steady, low-intensity audio. Something without sudden spikes. gentle classical music, soft ambient sound, rain sounds, low-volume nature sounds, audio designed for calming pets. The key is consistency. The nervous system can relax into a sound pattern when it stays stable. It cannot relax into surprise. What to do? 5 minutes before you leave, start the sound environment. Not at the last second, not while you are opening the door. 5 minutes before. Let your cat experience the sound while you are still home. This matters because then the sound becomes part of normal life, not a cue that you are disappearing. Keep the volume low, around conversation level or lower, enough to soften sudden outside sounds, not loud enough to dominate the room. Choose something that does not change dramatically. No news, no action movies, no random autoplay, no loud ads, no unpredictable playlists. Just steady, gentle background sound. If you change only one thing from this video, change this one. Because unpredictable sound is a hidden stress trigger in many homes. And predictable sound is one of the simplest ways to make the environment feel safer. Now put all 5 steps together. You arrive at the final 2 minutes before departure. Your calming audio is already playing softly in the background. Your recently worn shirt is already placed in your cat's favorite resting area. You move near your cat calmly. You soften your face. You give 1 or 2 slow blinks. You look away first. If your cat wants contact, you give 20 to 40 seconds of slow, familiar touch in the places they already enjoy. Then you continue your normal routine without rushing, without emotional spikes, and without turning the exit into a major event. At the door, you say one simple phrase in the same calm tone. Back soon, and then you leave. No hesitation, no dramatic goodbye, no returning for one more touch, no emotional reopening. Just a clean, boring exit. What your cat experiences is not abandonment. It is a familiar pattern, a calm human, a stable scent environment, a predictable sound environment, a brief social signal of safety, a body-level message of calm, and a departure that does not feel like an emergency. What their nervous system concludes is, nothing has changed. The territory is stable. My human leaves and returns. Rest is safe. That is not just a training trick. That is you communicating with the deepest part of your cat's brain in a language it actually understands. Pattern, scent, sound, control, predictability. And over time, repetition builds something bigger than the routine itself. It builds your cat's confidence in being alone. Their nervous system learns through accumulated evidence that your departures are not dangerous. They are predictable. They are temporary. They always end. That is the foundation of real security. Not forcing independence, not distracting your cat from stress, but helping your cat genuinely believe, I am safe here, even when my human is gone. That is the difference between a cat who simply survives alone time and a cat who truly rests through it. Subscribe to Feline Mind. Leave a comment below. Tell us your cat's name and which of these 5 steps you're going to try first tomorrow. Because every cat who learns this spends fewer hours in silent stress and more hours in real, peaceful rest. And that matters.